Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to cut through all the hype about these giant, all-powerful AIs to uncover a really clever technique that's putting custom AI right into the hands of creators and businesses everywhere. This is all about making AI work for you without that massive, scary price tag.
All right, so let's dive right into the big problem here. If you've ever used generative AI, you know the biggest headache is getting it to actually understand you, your specific voice, your brand's unique style, or, your actual products. So if you've ever even tried to train an AI on your company's brand, or its visual style, or even just your internal docs, you've probably hit this gigantic financial wall. Traditionally, the cost to get in the game hasn't just been high, it's been, well, astronomical. Yeah, we're talking a potential price tag of over $50,000, and that's just for the powerful GPUs you'd need for traditional AI model customization. That barrier alone has kept most small businesses and solo creators completely on the sidelines, stuck using the same generic tools as everybody else. The old way, it's called full fine-tuning, and it is kind of like rebuilding an entire car engine just to change out the spark plugs. It is incredibly resource-intensive, it's super slow, and it spits out a massive new file for every single tiny little specialization you want to add. It's not scalable, not at all. Okay, so how do we get around this problem? Well, the solution has a name you might have heard floating around, the LoRA model. But here's the thing, if you go and search for that term, you're going to find it can mean a few very different things, and it can get pretty confusing. Yeah, depending on what industry you're in, the name LoRA could refer to three completely different things. A life-saving AI in Brazilian hospitals, a crop monitoring AI for agriculture, or, and this is the one we care about, the technology that's actually democratizing AI customization. So for our purposes, let's just focus on that third one, the breakthrough technique that really truly matters for you and your work. Now let's get into the good stuff, the technical heart of this whole revolution. The technique we're talking about is actually spelled LoRA, and it stands for low-rank adaptation. So remember that car engine? Instead of rebuilding the whole thing, LoRA is way smarter. It's like adding a small, custom-fit supercharger. It freezes the original model and just injects these tiny, trainable layers to give it a highly specialized new skill, without messing with the core at all. And this is where the efficiency just becomes crystal clear. LoRA only needs to train a teeny tiny fraction. We're talking just 1 to 5% of the model's total parameters to teach it something new. The other 95 to 99%, it stays completely untouched. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, it does. There's this variation called QLoRA, or quantized LoRA, and it uses some clever compression to make the process even more efficient. So efficient, in fact, that you can now fine-tune these massive models on a single consumer-grade GPU. This is what really, truly democratizes custom AI. This chart just puts the whole thing into perspective. It's night and day, right? With full fine-tuning, you're updating 100% of the parameters. It takes days, it uses tons of expensive GPU memory. But then look at LoRA and QLoRA. They only touch a tiny percentage, they work in hours instead of days, and they run on way less memory. And the final result? Instead of a massive multi-gigabyte model file, you get this tiny portable adapter that's just a few megabytes. It's incredible. So this incredible efficiency, it's more than just a cool technical trick. Let's talk about what it actually unlocks for you in the real world. For visual creators, this is a total game changer. You can finally get perfect character consistency across an entire marketing campaign. You can train a LoRA on your unique art style or even on a specific product and then generate infinite variations. No photo shoot needed. It's wild. But this goes way beyond just images. You can create these highly specialized text models. I mean, imagine an e-commerce AI that writes product descriptions in your brand's exact voice. Or get this, an internal AI for a financial firm that only answers questions based on your specific compliance documents. So when you combine this crazy efficiency with these powerful applications, what you get is a completely new business strategy. This quote from our source material just nails it. The future of AI isn't just about building the biggest, most general model anymore. Nope, it's all about smart, focused specialization. This technique allows you to build a small, defensible AI that basically acts as a competitive moat around your business. So while everyone else is using the same generic tools, you can have a model that only knows your brand, your data, and your intellectual property. That creates a unique advantage that the big, generic models just can't replicate.
So the key takeaway is this. The AI race is no longer about who can afford the biggest, most expensive model. It's now about who can build the smartest, most specialized adapter for their own little niche. In this new world of accessible AI, that's how you create a unique advantage. The only question left is, what will you specialize in?